Hi class, I'm recording the short introduction for this week or for the next 2 weeks. It is getting very busy and we're gonna start the official BSG game. So this is a busy week, so we're splitting up the target market, which is the main section of the report you'll be developing. For 2 weeks. So hopefully that will give you enough time to do very good research and prepare your target market. So there are a few videos here that you can watch to kind of get a further explanation of what I'm summarizing here. I'll just reiterate again, this template is to guide you. I would recommend that you download it right within the boxes, but then after that, save everything in a regular Word document outside of the boxes and submit that to me. Please make it a Word document, not a PDF. That allows me to provide comments for you, detailed comments, and it's much easier for you to edit as well. Remember to not use first, second person. We always talk about the business. We don't say our, your customer, I want to, I believe, etc. So we use third person perspective. That makes everything sound more professional. Okay, so what are we doing this week? We are focusing on our target market. So you have done extensive research on seeing what is happening in the industry broadly that you'll be operating in. Now we're getting into the target. The first section is a narrative of the market size and trends for your demographic location. So what is the size and the trends in the local market you're serving? So we're narrowing down, we were looking broadly in the industry. Now we're narrowing down to your local market. What is happening? Again, do not repeat what's put in the industry. Drill down to your specific market. Provide a map showing the location of the business. I'll show you a few examples here in a minute. A boundary map. You can do the 3 to 5 mile radius or however you want to narrow it down based on your specific business. Then we get into specific description of the target market customer. So I'm asking you to have 3 sections, one demographically, one geographically describing the target market, and psychographically. So demographically, what does that mean? Who are you targeting in terms of age, income, gender, etc., the demographics, right? Geographically, where exactly, which area geographically you'll be targeting people from, and then psychographically, what are some of the activities and experiences that this type of person is looking for? So you can find some of those in Business Analyst. I'll show you in a minute. And then the next section is the market potential. So we're calculating, so we have a little bit of calculation this week. We're calculating the market potential and the capacity utilization. Please make sure that you provide that you include the provided template, the Excel template. Okay, now let's back up a little bit and show you some examples. So here, well, I guess I'll just drag here the Moodle side. Somebody emailed me that they were not able to find the sample papers. Well, first of all, make sure that you review everything that is on Moodle. Everything is important. I know there's a lot of information, but everything is important. So business plan starts here. You can see different pieces of information, and then here's the sample complete business plan 1. Second example, and this is a complete example from 499. It has slight differences because it's from a couple years ago. And then we get into the weeks. As a reminder, there's a lot of information. You can fold it like that so you don't get overwhelmed. But again, this is the section that's following on business plan. Okay, so here's the examples to see kind of what is expected here. The target market, we talk about first overview of the market, kind of what it is, narrowing down, not just in the industry, right? So this specific student focused on Medford, Oregon, and they developed this map. How do we do that? So if you go to ArcGIS. So just to clarify, Esri, I know some of you reference Esri. Esri is the company that provides ArcGIS, and ArcGIS is the mapping platform that is used. And then within the ArcGIS, we're going to use Business Analyst, which is one tool in the platform. So if you just search ArcGIS, you can enter it here and click Sign In, and it will prompt you to sign in. So choose your ArcGIS organizational URL. So I've already logged in, so make sure you select SOU. Then once you select SOU, it logs in, so you don't have to pay anything or whatnot. And then right here under the little dots, these are all the different mapping platforms and tools that are available. We are looking for Business Analyst. So Business Analyst is here. And that is where you will be using your that's the main tool that you'll be using for your research. So what do I do here? So I have played a little bit. So this is kind of one of the maps that you saw. But what do I do here? Where do I go? Right here under your Moodle site, when you go under the week 4 and 5 target market, there is this step-by-step guide on how to use GIS, Business Analyst. I had it open. Okay, you can just click on the PDF and you will see step by step how to use ArcGIS. So where to click, when to enter, log in, etc. Log in using SOU, click create map, etc., etc. So follow these steps. I won't go over it because this video will get very long. And then that's how you will get your reports for lifestyle, tapestry. It's not required, but you can use it based on your interest. Okay, so going back to the example papers, the first part is this, where you will get this information once you determine your kind of target market size. Then we will get into the target customers. As I mentioned, you have to describe who lives in that demographic target that you're within those 10 miles or 50 miles, whatever you're targeting. Again, you can get that information from Business Analyst. Who is living demographically, geographically, where you're targeting, etc. And then getting lifestyle and psychographics. What do these people like to do? What is their lifestyle like? Some market trends you can get, and then we get into calculating the market potential. Where did the market potential go? Okay, so we're gonna go here. And if you go also on Business Analyst, there are guided tours, so you can explore those if you feel lost. The target market is explained here by Dr. Ordonez, but the target market analysis market potential calculation tool is this Excel sheet. So how do we do that? If it opens, so after you have determined what is your target market, let's say you're using Bend, I don't know, a town that has a population of 450,000 people. Your business will be, I don't know, let's say some kind of business that people will frequent about 3 times per year. If you want, you can change it, right? Some businesses people might frequent once a month or 10 times a month, right? If it's a coffee shop next to your work or whatnot. So think about that. Support with research. I can't stress that enough. I saw a lot of written things by AI and there is no support. So you have to support with research. What Business Analyst will give you, ArcGIS, a lot of these reports are not available on AI because they are proprietary, paid, and SOU pays for you to have access to that. So please make sure that you do the proper research. Don't just ask ChatGPT to write it for you. Okay, so this population, this town has 450, or this region that we're targeting, and we determined that 3 times per year people will visit my business. So the total market potential is 1,350,000. However, we're not targeting everybody here. So you have to think about, and again, based on research, whether you target specific gender, a specific household income, or from the tapestry, maybe it's people who like horseback riding, for example, or whatever it is. So this will limit the yellow sections are where you enter information. So out of the total, we are limiting it, and that's our sales potential. Then we get down on the template here. How many competitors you have to will write the competitive section for the next module, but for now you have to research how many kind of main competitors do you have. In this example, it's 3. So you have 0.33% of the share, and we take half to be kind of conservative. So your market share is about 17% in this case. We take even a little less of that because you will be a new business. Probably people wouldn't know, especially in the first year. So we calculate that our market share will be about 12%. Multiply by the sales potential, which is already entered. Again, you only enter in the yellow boxes, and then you have your sales forecast. All of these are explained here, and there's a video from Dr. Ordonez. And once you have calculated that, you will go to capacity calculation. So again, here you have to do a little more research of how much sales transactions you have. So you enter your information here, and in the third tab, you will see this report. You can go ahead and copy and paste this or the first one, but this is kind of the complete report, and add it in your paper. As you can see here in the example we were just looking at, where did it go? Okay, where did my example go? Okay, so here we are in the class again. I don't know why it closed. Again, the business plan. Let's look at sample 1. If you go to the industry analysis, where are we? Not the industry analysis, the target market, sorry. The target market, you can see demographics, geographic characteristics, psychographics, and then the market potential, how it's calculated. These students specifically explain it in the text, always explain it in the text and then add the table. And then here is the capacity utilization. They added it as an appendix at the end of the paper. So you can see it. There is their total market potential and capacity utilization. The other student added it in the text. Either one, it's fine. It's your preference. So you can see here the target market, demographics, geographic, lifestyle, market trends, and then the market potential. It's added. Make sure you format it according to APA, etc. And they add their capacity utilization as well. So again, take a look at the examples, and always reach out to me if you have any questions. So again, there's the overview. There are slides that go over a lot of the information from the chapter. Hopefully that's helpful. This is the step-by-step guide that I just showed you. The target market projection, Dr. Renee O'Donis is explaining the video as well. Reminders, please read again. And then the rubric for this week and the template that I just showed you, and the market potential Excel sheet that we'll be using. The financial worksheets is only for your information. This is what you'll be using in 499 if you want to kind of explore it, the different tabs, all the sections that you have to develop in 499 after we finish this class. So this week you have for these 2 weeks, you have the quiz and your narrative for the target market, which we just went over. Please, this will be the new kind of norm. Submit it here for me to review, and submit it here for your feedback from your classmates. Don't forget to turn in your weekly journal, and I think that is all. Have a great week, 2 weeks, and I will see you after.